Hey boys and girls, got a washer Maytag repair video. So I was out here the other day doing laundry and I could hear it. And I could hear that it was all running, but when it went to the agitate cycle, it just did not sound right. You could hear it go ying 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 ying, but you couldn't hear it swashing the fluid around. So anyways, you go out here and the clutch here works, but if you notice, it's spinning the whole agitator. It should spin the drum right now. That should be, the gearbox should be engaged. And what I found is that the plastic agitator on the bottom there, the splines are completely rotted, not rotted, but they're completely worn out. So we're going to show you how to do that. First thing we're going to do is take off this top cap, and right here there's like little plastic catches you can push in with a screwdriver and pop it off, and underneath there is an 11mm bolt that you'll take out, and this agitator will come out, and then there's going to be, guess what, another 11mm bolt that we'll take out. So let's get to that. Alright, first part done. This one you can actually just turn it back and it will come out the grooves. Down in there, this is the little clutch mechanism here that makes this kind of do that, so that the bottom swash plate can be going one direction and this is going another, spinning here. There's an 11mm in there. You'll need an extension to get down there, about 6 inches or so, and a deep well socket makes this all work. So we'll just take that out with 2 hands, of course, because it wants to spin, and now it will get us to the next part. Alright, got this loose now. Should be able to pull that up. We're not going to tip that over because we don't want any of that to fall apart. And now, woo, back over here. Now, we can pull this guy. Nope, forgot. This has to come off here. So, once again, those little plastic clips, you gotta finagle around and take this section off because it's still bolted down. So you will need flathead screwdriver. Just put them in here, pry that out, lean this over while you're doing it, and you'll end up popping it out. So you can see the little plastic hooks right there that kind of catch it in there. Now there's a bolt down in there, and yes, that's where all the grime in your washer goes, because it gets water in there and it doesn't really exit. So we're going to take that out, and then we can put the new swash plate in. And the bolt is out. All you got to do is lift it up, tilt it, get it out of here. Now if you want to find out how you can get your part number off most of these parts, believe it or not, they actually do cast them in the part. Like I say, this is where all the dirt goes, because it's going to go somewhere, even though you'd think it'd be self-cleaning. So anyways, this is the part number on this particular one. The W, Whirlpool, Maytag, they're all the same. Alright, you can see that part number there, and you can just Google that, and you'll find it. Or you'll find a cross-reference from another manufacturer. As you can see, the reason we're having trouble is there would be the little teeth that engage it, and they're pretty much just gone. They're stripped out. Which means that that shaft there, you can see there's plastic on it, doesn't make it spin. Another common problem will be when the center moves, but it doesn't spin. It doesn't spin the drum. Okay? And that is usually this guy. This guy will strip out, and you got to replace that. Alright? So anyways, bought another one. Believe it or not, I think this came from Sears Parts Direct. Yes, Sears Parts, I think, is still a thing. And we got one, so hopefully it's the right one. It's supposed to be. So we'll open this package up, and we'll throw this one in. Right, here we go, new and improved. Looks very similar. You can see, though, it has all its teeth in there. can see this one has the part number casted in. It's not, oh, there we go. Alright. So they do put the part numbers on a lot of these things, if you can find it. But mainly this was my problem here. Wasn't spinning because there's no, ain't got no teeth in it, right? So anyways, installation's real easy. Slide it down in there. Alright. Oh. And then just get it to go on the teeth. And put it back in and tighten it down. It's kind of hard to do one-handed, so I'll get that done. Alright, it's in there. Bolt's in there. It's tightened down. It actually was nice and stiff, so it actually got it pulled down on there. Now, we can take this guy. Let's see, we got to line up some holes in this. Alright. That's a clip. That's a clip. This right there. Alright. There's like a hole. See that? There's one on each side. So, gotta line up. That is on there. Woo. My dirty garage here. This guy can slide back on. We can tighten that up. And then we can put the fabric softener dispenser back on there. And it should all work. Alright, that's it. Simple. I mean, you know, like what, 10 minutes here or something like that at the most with me explaining it. So remember before, the clutch system lets this move, and then when it would go, we'd spin the bottom swash plate, but not the drum. Now, the drum goes. Okay? And there's like 2 gears on there. The transmission will let the drum spin one way and the swash plate another way, and that makes it all agitate and stuff like that. But the reason it wasn't agitating was because it was just spinning in the side there and not spinning the swash plate, which has got a lot of weight on it. You think all the weight of the clothes in there. So anyways, if your agitator's not working, that's how you can replace it. That is for, this one is a Maytag commercial. Like I say, it's Whirlpool, I believe, is the same brand. If you go and look, you'll find that the parts are very similar for a lot of these brands. There's only really like 2 manufacturers of this stuff. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hopefully this helps.